Hey guys, it's Heidi from YA Bibliophile, and I am here with this week's In My Mailbox. And I got some pretty cool books this week, so let's do this thing. One of the things that I got this week is from Michelle from Hook to Books, and she sent me a signed copy of The Fault in Our Stars. And the reason she did this is, well, she's awesome, but she knows that I'm a huge John Green fangirl, and she found in her one of her local stores that they had some hanklerfish ones. And she knew that I would want one, so she bought it for me and sent it to me, which is like the sweetest thing ever, right? Michelle's cool like that, though. She's just a doll. So thank you, Michelle. I already reviewed The Fault in Our Stars. It was really just more kind of some thoughts on it, not really a review, because I really firmly believe that you shouldn't know anything about... I don't want to give any spoilers. Like, I want you to discover things as the characters discover them, but it was amazing, and I was sobbing, and... it was lovely. Some other books that I got this week. I am going to be on the blog tour sponsored by Monday Moms for Until I Die by Amy Plum. This is the sequel to Die For Me, or I guess it's the next in the series, to Die For Me. And I absolutely adore Die For Me. It's just a really great, it takes place in Paris. So first of all, there you go. Like, I'm sold. And it works in history, and there's some paranormal things going on, but not like your typical story. I love the characters, I love the setting, and I really liked that with that book. I felt like it was a complete story. You wanted to know what happens next, like you could not wait for the next book, but you were also satisfied with what happened in the first one. I hear this one's a bit more of a cliffhanger ending, but I'm super excited to read it, and she always has really pretty covers. So Until I Die by Amy Plum, I can't wait to read that. Thank you to Wendy Moms for letting me on the tour, and to Harper Teen for sending book. I also got from Scholastic Curveball, The Year I Lost My Grip by Jordan Sonnenblick. I actually already had a copy of this. I got a copy at NCTE, and they sent me another copy earlier, so I will be giving this away. But if you've never read anything by Jordan Sonnenblick, he is one of my very favorite authors, and I think he's an author that deserves a bit more recognition. Last year he won the Schneider Family Award, which is for After Ever After, but I'll show you, you're not going to be able to see him very well, but Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie is his first one, and it's had like 2 other covers besides that. The Notes from the Midnight Driver, Zen and the Art of Faking It, After Ever After, and Curveball. And they are amazing. The only 2 that you really have to read in order is you have to read Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie before you read After Ever After, and I would actually suggest reading that one first before you read any of them. But they are just so great, and I love his books. He reminds me a lot of John Green. They say about this one, says that Curveball, The Year I Lost My Grip, explores deep themes of friendship, romance, family, and tragedy while still managing to be hilariously funny, which he does. I haven't read this one, but in his other books, he certainly does. This one's a story of a guy who's going to his freshman year, and baseball is his life. Like, he's a pitcher, and that's kind of how he defines himself. But then over the summer, he injures his arm, and so he can't play baseball. So who is he? Like, who is he without that? And it looks at kind of the changes in his life, and there's also, I don't know if anybody has issues, but there's Alzheimer's is in there as well, so if that's a trigger issue for you, you might want to, I definitely suggest read it, but be warned. But seriously, you guys, Jordan Sonnenblick, read his books. Do it. Alright, and the last one that I got, the author actually sent me Cleopatras Moon. This one came out, I think last year sometime. I know it came out last year sometime. And it is the story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony's daughter. And she's kind of been overlooked throughout history, but she wanted to basically, rule after her mother. She wanted that role. But then when Rome starts war with Egypt and she's captured and taken back to Rome, it's kind of her story of what she does and how she fights back. And like the decisions that she comes to in her life. So I'm really excited to read this one. Thank you so much to Vicky, the author. It looks really great, and I love historical fiction, and I feel like I haven't really read anything set in ancient Egypt, so that's exciting. And I think that's it this week for my mailbox, those 4. But I'm really excited about each and every one of them, and I think it's going to be a great reading week. I hope that you also had some fun and got some great books, and that you have something great to read this week. For the record, I totally showered and got ready just to film this video, and now I feel like I have to go out and do something, because how lame would it be if I just put my pajamas back on and didn't go anywhere? Whatever.